Everybody, you've reached the Delaney Cowboys Certified Correct Playbook.
Welcome back to the Delaney Certified Correct Playbook. I have breaking news. The man that you are looking at in my camera right now, Scott Linehan, former offensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys, has been relieved of his duties and has been fired from America's team the way he should have been last year. It's a year late, but I guess, so I want to also tip off one of my favorite radio stations, I should say, 105.3 The Fan. Please don't be fooled. Please don't let this this notion go on that this facade that Mr. Linehan put on that we were calling a pro formation system, okay? Because what I can tell you is Mr. Linehan doesn't know shit from granola when it comes to the pro formation system. He doesn't understand the formations. He doesn't understand the play calling. He doesn't understand the down and distance. You have to understand the nuances of this sophisticated system, when to do things and when not to do things, ladies and gentlemen. Just for example, I've seen, like you saw in the Rams game in the divisional round of the playoffs, we need 1 yard for the first down. Everybody and their mother knows that that we need 1 yard, and you do not want to run Ezekiel Elliott up into that brick wall when you got two of the premier interior linemen on the front four line of that Rams team. Everybody and their mother knew that you were about to call a play that hands the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott, and you run him into that brick wall. That's not knowing the pro formation system. You can say, oh yeah, I was calling. Yeah, that's a play that's involved in the pro formation system, but that ain't the time you're supposed to be calling it. And I can show you a million plays from Mr. Linehan when, yeah, he can say, oh, this play is from the pro formation system. So don't be fooled, 105.3 The Fan. Yeah, the plays were from the pro formation system, but that wasn't the time that you're supposed to call the play. How many times have you seen Scott Linehan and the offense make it to the 25, 20-yard line with the end zone staring us in the face? And he calls a formation and a play that calls for a 5-yard out, 5-yard run, or some 7 or 8 yard play. I don't need any more yards in the pro formation system if I'm at the 25-yard line or the 20-yard line. Okay? That's not the North Turner way of calling the pro formation. That's not the Tom Landry way of calling the pro formation. No. I'm going to throw the ball into the goddamn end zone if I'm on the 20-yard line. I'm going to throw the ball into the end zone when I'm on the 25-yard line. I don't need any more dink and dunk play calls. Okay, those dink and dunk play calls might be in the pro formation, but that don't mean you know how to run it and you know how to call it and you understand the nuance. Because if you understood the nuance, you wouldn't be calling a 5-yard or a 10-yard play when you're on the 25-yard line. You would be going to the plays that are in the pro formation, I formation family of play calling that throws the ball into the end zone. Okay, so don't be fooled, my friends at 105.3 The Fan. Okay. They can swear up and down that they were running a pro formation system down here in Dallas with Linehan, and I can show you videotape proof that these guys don't know shit from granola when it comes to calling the pro formation system. Okay? Just wanted to point that out. And just to quickly finish the point, if you're already on the 20 or 25-yard line, that means you're already in field goal range. So I don't need you to call a handoff to Ezekiel Elliott off guard, and then he gets tackled. Now it's second down and 7. Then you throw a 5-yard out needing 7 yards, which is another idiot play call. Now it's 3rd down and 2. Then you run the ball Ezekiel off of Garden Center. He gets stopped. Now it's 4th and 1. Now you're going to go kick the field goal anyway. And you didn't take any shots to the end zone. I've seen Scott Linehan do this 100 times. If I'm on a 20 or 25-yard line, I'm throwing the ball into the end zone right now. I don't need any more yards. I don't need any more dink and dunk play calls. We're going for the end zone, and I'm going to instruct my quarterback to throw the ball to a certain area where only my receiver can catch it. We're going to scheme to get 2 balls thrown to the end zone out of the pro. And just to finish my point about the Rams game on the 1-yard line and that decision to run Ezekiel Elliott into that brick wall, the pro formation system would call for in that situation, what you would be calling for is you would line up in the I formation. You would have a fullback lead, and you would fake the ball to Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott would dive over the top like he's got the ball. Prescott would pull that ball down, and he would throw that ball on a 5-yard slant move to his tight end on the right side and hit him right between the numbers, because that middle linebacker would have got sucked in by the lead blocking of the fullback and the fake handoff to Zeke, and you seeing Zeke dive over the top. That middle linebacker has no choice but to respect that that's a handoff. That pulls him up to the line of scrimmage and opens up the space for your tight end to run behind that middle linebacker in the middle of that field on a 5-yard slant, and Prescott throws the ball into the chest of that tight end. Now that's the pro formation system. That's knowing what play to call out of the pro formation system. That's understanding your formation, your situational football, and how to use your pro formation system. A system that Delaney would have the Dallas Cowboys in the goddamn Super Bowl if he was the offensive play caller for the Dallas Cowboys. You can't just say, oh, I'm running the pro formation. No. You got to understand the formations, the situation on the field, the down and distance on the field, the play calling, the play call, and what the play calls for. Okay, all of these things matters, my friend. You can't just stick your hand in a grab bag and, oh, this is from the pro formation. I'll tell everybody at 105.3 The Fan that I'm running the pro formation. Look at me. This is a grab bag. I just grabbed a play out of the pro formation. No, you got to know what the hell you're doing. You got to know what the hell you're talking about. Big difference. So this is a great job by Jerry Jones to get this dysfunction out of his organization. And this is a path that the Dallas Cowboys front office, the ownership, the GM, the president of football operations, this is a path that we have to continue on. We're sick of the world, the sports world, trying to figure out why year after year after year the Dallas Cowboys keep losing every big game that they're in. Why can't they win any playoff games? Why can't they get back to the Super Bowl? Let's stop making all of these excuses and start targeting the problem for what it is. If you're going to win Super Bowls, if you're going to win playoff games, you got to have coaches that understand how to coach playoff football, understand how to coach Super Bowl football. You got to have coaches that know what they're talking about, and coaches and play callers that know what they're doing. You need to have a sniper play caller. You've got everything else in Dallas, Mr. Jones. It's time for you to focus on the sideline, the coaches that lead these players and lead this team, and the strategizers, the people that call the plays, and having you a sniper play caller. I know this guy named Delaney, but we won't talk about that. And having a sniper play caller. You've got the biggest stadium on earth. You've got the biggest boat in the world. Okay, you've got the best practice facility in the world. No one makes more money than you in sports. Why not have the best coaches and play callers on your team? Why not? Why not trump them across the board, Mr. Jones? Why leave an area uncovered? Okay, you're number one at everything else. Why be number 999 when it comes to your coaching staff? Okay, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit who you are, Mr. Jones. You're up top everything. Up top cars, up top boats, up top football team, up top stadium. And you mean to tell me you're going to buy some bottom shelf liquor with your coaching staff? You got $1 billion stadium and you got $5 coaches? Doesn't make sense, Mr. Jones, does it? It just doesn't make sense. Get this coaching staff in order. This is America's team. We do not accept mediocrity around here. Get your sideline in order. I know one real easy way you could start, but we won't talk about that right now. Once again, breaking news, Scott Linehan has been relieved of his duties and fired from the Dallas Cowboys. We farewell to you, Mr. Linehan. Thanks for nothing, and have a great day. That's going to do it from the Delaney Certified Correct Playbook. So I want to take my hat off to you one more time, Mr. Jerry Jones, Mr. Stephen Jones, the front office of the Dallas Cowboys. You're finally acting like presidents, CEOs, presidents of football operations and owners, and doing your job and handling your business the way that you're supposed to handle your business when you're an NFL owner or president of a football operation for a National Football League team. Congratulations for doing your job. I appreciate it. All right. Now that you've learned how to fire the coach correctly, now you got to do the correct thing and hire the right coach. We don't hire coaches. Let me give you a quick tip. We don't hire coaches from the Cleveland Browns, the Detroit Lions, or the Cincinnati Bengals. You go get me an offensive coordinator from the New England Patriots. You get me somebody from the New Orleans Saints, the Los Angeles Rams, or the Kansas City Chiefs. And if you can't find nobody available there, then you call Delaney, and I'll come handle the problem for you. Have a good day. Remember, you cannot win a football game in the National Football League if your coach doesn't understand how to outcoach the other team's coach. You're gonna lose. As I always say, see you next time.
For joining in. See you next time. I want to thank the National Football League, NFL Network, ESPN, Fox Sports, Undisputed, ABC Sports, NBC Sports, and all NFL affiliates for any video coverage that you see on the Delaney Certified Correct Playbook.
I also want to thank ESPN, First Take, and First Things First.
Thank YouTube Music for NFL primetime music and the NFL Network. I also want to thank CBS Sports. I also want to thank Sound FX. All these affiliates have been named for video coverage.